Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to go through another SA1 paper from Nanhua Primary. So let's get into the paper. Okay, the first question, question 29 is a paper 1 question. Bowen has some 10-cent coins and 50-cent coins in his savings box. There are 3 fewer 50-cent coins than 10-cent coins in the box. The total value of the coins is $5.70. How many 10-cent coins does Bowen have? Okay, so for this question, right, since there are 3 fewer 50-cent coins than 10-cent coins, which means that there will be 3 more 10-cent coins. Okay, so we're gonna first remove away the extra 3 10-cent coins, which is gonna be 570 minus away the 30 cents. I'm gonna get 540. Okay, so remember, for this $5.40, there will be an equal number of 50-cent coins and 10-cent coins. Okay, but the ratio of the amount of money will be 1:5. Okay, if the I'm gonna write over here 10 cent is to 50-cent coins, right? Okay, if the number of coins is 1:1, okay, then the ratio of the amount of money, okay, will be 1:5. Will be according to the value. So which means that 6 units will be equal to 540. Okay, I'm gonna find what is 1 unit. If you do your division, it's gonna be 90 cents, right? Okay, which means that this 1 unit over here is 90 cents, and this will be 450. Okay, but remember, at the very beginning we removed away 30 cents over here, right? So which means that you need to plus another 30 cents. Okay, which means that you'll be 120. Okay, the question is asking you how many 10-cent coins does Bowen have? So $1.20 will have 12 10-cent coins. Let's move on to the first question of paper 2. The volume of a cuboid below is 216 cubic cm. The length of AB is 9 cm. Okay, what is the area of the shaded face? Okay, this question will not be coming out for this year's PSLE, but still gonna go through it. Okay, so we know that volume is equal to length and breadth times height, right? Okay, so in this case, the area over here, you can call it the B times H, which is over here. Okay, so they gave us the volume, which is 216. They want us to find the length of, the area of the shaded face, which is L times B. We have a L, which is 9. Okay, multiplied by the area. Okay, so to find the area, you just need to use 216 divided by 9. Okay, which will give you 24. Question 2, the ratio of Tom's money to Jerry's money was 1:5 at first. After spending $25 each, they had a total of $130 left. How much did Tom have at first? Okay, so Tom Just going to draw a simple model. Should I do it in a proportional way? Maybe. That's going to be enough for 5. Okay, I'm going to erase away this part here. And then extend it, make it 5. Okay, after spending $25 each, so usually I usually cut from the behind. 25 will be here, 25 will be here. They had a total of $130 left, which means that this part here is $130. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is $130 plus 50. Okay, $50 is what they spend, and so this $180 will be equal to 6 units. Can find what is 1 unit, which is the answer. Okay, the amount of money Tom have at first. Okay, question 3. After joining the Active Kids program in school, Brandon's mass decreased by 5%. He is 57 kg now. What was his mass before joining the program? Okay, so if his mass decreased by 5%, which means that this is 95%, right? Okay, 95% is equals to 57 kg. What was his mass before joining the program? So before that, he would be 100%. To find 100%, you just need to use 57 divided by 95, and then you multiply by 100. Okay, this will give you the answer. So 57 divided by 95 multiplied by 100 will give you 60. Okay, this is 60 kg. Question 4. The table below shows the postage rates for delivering packages to Australia. How much postage did Mr. Lim pay to deliver a 550-gram package to Australia? Okay, so if I want to deliver a 550-gram, I would need to use the 50-gram and add another 100-gram. So it will be $17 plus 350. Okay, plus 350, that will be $20.50. Question 5. The table shows the number of cupcakes a shop sold in 5 days. Okay, so Wednesday is missing. The average number of cupcakes sold from Monday to Friday was 850. The shop was closed on Monday. So how many cupcakes did the shop sell on Wednesday? Okay, since the average is 850, let's find the total first. Total will be 850 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days, 850 times 5 will give me 4,250. Okay, next I'm gonna subtract away all these numbers, but usually I would prefer to add them up first. This is so that we can try to reduce careless mistakes. Okay, 680 plus 1050 plus 900 will give me 2,630. After that, I need to use 4250 minus 2630. Okay, 1,620. That will be the answer. Question 6. The line graph below shows the number of visitors to a museum from 2015 to 2018. Okay, so take note, this is in thousands. usually I will write the number down here first. This will be 20, this will be 35. This will be 25 and this will be 40. Question A, what was the total number of visitors in the 4 years? Okay, so for part A, just add up 20 plus 35 plus 25 plus 40. Okay, this is going to give me 120, but remember this one is in thousands, okay? So the answer for part A will be 120 thousands, okay? 120,000. Part B, what was the percentage increase in the number of visitors from 2017 to 2018? Okay, so in 2017 it is 25. Okay, the increase in the number will be 40 minus 25, which is 15. Okay, so to find the percentage increase, we need to use the increase divided by the original. Multiply by 100. If you do your reducing, cancel 1, cancel 4, you're gonna get 60% increase. Question 7. In the square grid, two sides of a parallelogram AB and BC have been drawn. Measure and write down the size of ABC. Okay, I'm not able to measure part A, so I'm gonna move on to part B. Complete the drawing of the parallelogram ABC. Okay, so since this is a parallelogram, BC is gonna be parallel to the other side, right? Okay, so how am I gonna draw an accurate drawing is I can trace the movement from B to C. From B to C, it'll be down 4 and right 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so from A to D, I can do the same also, down 4, right 4. Okay, so which means that I know that D is gonna be here. And I just need to draw a line from here to here and draw another line from here to here. Question 8. The figure not drawn to scale. AB is parallel to DC. DBW and BZ and WY are straight lines. Angle ABW is 157 ABW, so this whole thing, they want you to find angle BCD, which is this angle over here. Okay, the first angle that I'm gonna find is this angle over here. Maybe I can use red color. This angle over here will be 180 minus 87, which will be 93. Then now I can find this angle over here. Okay, that angle will be, first I'm gonna add up 93 plus 49. (142), then 180 minus 142 is equal to 38. Okay, if this is 38, then I know that this angle over here is 157 minus 38. Gonna give me 119. This is 119. Okay, if this is 119, then we can get the answer. The answer will be 180 minus 119. Okay, which will be 61. Question 9. The figure is made up of a circle, 2 semicircles, and 2 semicircles. Where are the two semicircles? This and this. Okay, O is the center of the large semicircle and AB is 56. Find the parameter of the shaded parts. Take pi to be 22/7. Okay, I'm gonna highlight what are the parts that I need to find in order to find the parameter. The first thing I need to find is this and this. Okay, you can see that the red line consists of one full small circle. And next I'm gonna find this big semicircle, which is the outside. Okay, and then the last part to find will be here. This is basically a 56 divided by 2. Okay, which is 28. So the first thing I'm gonna find is I'm gonna find the blue semicircle. It'll be half times pi times d. Okay, do some reducing. And it's gonna give you 88. Next, I'm gonna find the small full circle, which will be 22/7 multiplied by, the diameter is 28. Do some reducing, cancel 1, cancel 4. It is also gonna be equal to 88. Okay, so the parameter of the shaded parts would be 88 plus 88 plus 28. It's gonna give you 204. Question 10. The table below shows the rates for printing class t-shirts at a printing shop. So for the first 20 t-shirts, it will be $13 each, and every additional t-shirt will be $10.50. Amy went to the printing shop to print t-shirts for her classmates. She paid $428 altogether. So how many t-shirts were printed? Okay, the first thing that we're gonna find is for the first 20, how much do we need to pay? So it'll be 20 times $13. That will give me 260. Okay, which means that the balance 428 minus 260 is what you paid for the rest of the t-shirts. Okay, $168. So the last step will be to use $168 divided by 10.50, which is the cost of each additional t-shirt. Okay, that will give you 16. So in order to find how many t-shirts were printed, that will be 20 plus 16. Okay, 36. Question 11. Winnie and Lulu shared a sum of money. At first, Winnie had $58. Then Lulu gave her $25. In the end, Lulu's amount of money was reduced by 10%. Okay, how much did Lulu have at first? Okay, so I'm gonna try and draw a simple model. Winnie had $58 at first, and then Lulu gave her $25. Okay, so that $25 is 10%. I do not know how much you have, but this 25 is 10%. Okay, which will be transferred over here. Okay, so for part A, we know that here to here is 90%, right? This is 90%. So 10% is equals to $25 to find 100%. We just need to use 25 times 10, which is $250. Okay, for part B, find the sum of money shared by the two girls. Okay, the sum of money shared by the two girls will be Lulu have 250 at first, right? And Winnie had 58 at first. It will be $308. Question 12. Mr. Ng bought 208 t-shirts and shorts altogether. He paid a total of $3,050. Each t-shirt costs $14 and each pair of shorts costs $20. How many t-shirts did Mr. Ng buy and how many pairs of shorts did Mr. Ng buy? Okay, so this question is either you do the guess and check method or you do the supposition method. So I'm gonna try and do the guess and check first. Okay, so for guess and check, there's really no need to draw the table. We just need to write the t-shirts. Okay, and the next thing that we need to guess will be for the shorts. Okay, so we're gonna split. Usually the first guess will be somewhere in the middle. So I'm gonna guess there's 104 t-shirts and 104 shorts. Okay, each t-shirt will cost $14. Okay, and each short will cost $20. Okay, what I need to do is I just need to find the total. Okay, since this is a paper 2, so you can use a calculator, and if you can use a calculator, you should be able to get the answer pretty quickly. Okay, in this case, the total will be $3,536, right? Which is wrong. Okay, so we are above the actual amount. So what we need to do is we need to decrease this amount, right? So to decrease the amount, we probably need to increase the number of t-shirts and decrease the number of shorts. So the next guess, you always increase by 1. So this will become 103 times 20. Use your calculator to find out what is the total. $3,530. Okay, this is obviously wrong, but what we want to find is the difference. Okay, the difference from the first guess to the second guess is 6. Okay, which means that every time I increase the t-shirt by 1, the difference will decrease by 6. Okay, so what I need to achieve is I need to reach 3050, right? Okay, from here to here, the total amount will be 3050. It will be $480. Okay, so if you use $480 divided by 6, you're gonna find how many times you need to jump. Okay, which is 80. So which means that what you need to do is you need to plus 80 over here and minus 80 over here. So the correct answer should be 185. Okay, and the number of shots will be 23 times 14 plus 23 times 20. Use your calculator to check. Okay, and this will give you the correct answer. I'm gonna use the supposition method to also do the question. Okay, so we're gonna assume that all the 208 items are gonna be t-shirts. Okay, 208 times 14. It's 2,912. the next step you will need to do is you need to find the difference between the actual amount and this supposed amount. $138. Okay, the next step will be using 138 divided by the difference between the shorts and the t-shirt, which is 6. So 138 divided by 6 will give you 23. Okay, so if you assume the t-shirt, the final answer that you will get will be the shorts. And usually I'll start off the assumption by assuming the item with the least amount. Okay, so once you get 23, basically to find the other item, you just use 208 minus 23. It's gonna give you 185. Okay, so you can see that although the supposition method is a lot shorter, but you really need to understand what's going on, in between the steps. If you don't understand, I actually drew a model to explain supposition in the earlier questions. Okay, so for part A is the number of t-shirts, which is 185, and shorts is 23. Question 13. Some children took a mathematics test. Their average score was 78.1 marks. One of the children's score was wrongly recorded as 79 marks instead of 97 marks. As a result, the average score was calculated as 76.3 marks. Okay, how many children sat for the test? Okay, so for for this question, you need to find the difference between the marks, between the correct marks and the wrong marks. Okay, and you divide it by the difference between the average score, which is 78.1 minus away 76.3. Okay, it's going to give you 18 over 1.8, which is equals to 10. Okay, this is the answer. What we can do is we can check if the answer is correct by working backwards. Okay, since there are 10 children, right? Okay, the correct score was 78.1. If you times 10, you're gonna get 781, right? Okay, and then the wrongly calculated score will be 76.3. If you times 10, it will be 763. Okay, notice that the difference is 18. Okay, and this difference is basically the difference between the correct score and the wrong score. Question 14. Tank A, which measured 20 cm by 14 cm by 16 cm, was empty. Tank B, with a base of 200 square cm and a height of 35 cm, was completely filled with water. The tank from tank B was poured into tank A to its brim. Part A, what was the volume of water in tank B at first? Okay, again, this volume question is not going to be tested in PSLE. Okay, volume of water in tank B at first would be the base area, which is 200 multiplied by the height. Okay, 7,000 cubic cm. B, what was the volume of water in tank B in the end? Okay, so we're gonna find the volume of tank A, which is 20 times 14 times 16 4,480. Okay, since it is completely filled, that means out of the 7,000 cubic cm, 4,480 is poured over to tank A. So which means that the amount of the volume of water left in tank B will be 2,520. Question 15. In the figure below, a rectangular piece of paper is folded along AF as shown. Okay, BCDE is a straight line. Find angle DFE. And a BDF. Okay, so we're gonna find BFE first. Okay, this is 90 degree. And I'm gonna find this angle over here first. That would be equal to 90 minus 74. 16. Okay, and remember, if you fold it backwards, right, it will go back here. And this will also be 16. Okay, and remember, this is a rectangle, so here is 90. Okay, so to find the first answer, I just need to use 90 minus 16 minus 16, which is 90 minus 32. That's gonna give me 58 degree. Okay, so for part B, I need to find BDF, which is this angle here. Okay, this is 58 and this is 90. I can find this angle here, right? This angle here will be 90 minus 58, which is 32. Okay, if this is 32, then to find this angle here, I just need to use 180 minus 32. Which is 148 degree. This is the 2 answer. Question 16. Dylan had 3 boxes A, B, and C containing a total of 1,512 stamps. Okay, the number of stamps in B is 2/5 of the total number of stamps. Dylan sold 190 stamps from box B and sold 1/4 of the stamps in box C. The number of stamps left in box B was twice the number of stamps left in box C. How many stamps were there in box B at first? Okay, so we're gonna write down a few ratio first. The first thing that we know is the number of stamps in box A is 2/5 of the total stamps. So box A is to B plus C. It's gonna be equal to 2:5. Okay, so Dylan sold 190 stamps from B and sold 1/4 of stamps from C. So after selling, B is to C would be okay, the number of stamps left in B was twice the number of stamps left in C. 2:1. Okay, the first thing that I would like to do is, okay, since 1/4 of the stamps in box C was sold, right? That means it is 3/4 left. Okay, 3/4 left is basically 3 units. So I'm gonna times 3 to this and change it to 6:3. Now, the next thing that I can work out is basically the number of the actual number of stamps in A is to B plus C first. So I'm gonna let 7 unit be equal to 1512. Find out what is 1 unit. $216, and find out what is 2 units and 5 units. I don't know if I need that 2 units or not, but let's just work it out. Okay, so 5 units will be 1080. Okay, so which means that these the actual number is 432 is to 1080. Okay, I'm gonna continue to work on the other side. So if I were to work backwards, right? After selling, B is to C is 6 is to 3. Okay, but before, B is to C would be, okay, Dylan sold 190 stamps, right, from B, so which means that I need to add back the 190. And C would be 4 units, right? Okay, because remember he sold a quarter of the stamps left, a quarter of the stamps in C, so 3/4 left. Total will be 4 units before selling. Okay, and if you notice over here, B plus C is 1080. Okay, which means that 6 units plus 190. Okay, I think I can straight away add up. So all these all together will be 1080, right? Which means that 10 units plus 190 is equal to 1080. So to find what is 10 units, I need to use 1080 minus away 190, which will be 890. Okay, 1 unit will be equal to 89. The question wants us to find how many stamps were there in box B at first. Okay, so box B at first is 6 units plus 190. 6 units would be 534. 534 plus 190 will give me the answer. Okay, so there are 724 stamps in box B at first. Question 17. The figure below is made up of 2 big identical semicircles. So this one and this one. 8 small identical quadrants and 16 squares. So the quadrants are here. The side of each square is 4 cm as shown over here. Find the radius of the big semicircle. Okay, the radius of the big semicircle is here to here, which is 8 cm. Part B, find the total area of the shaded parts. Okay, using the pi from your calculator. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find the shaded area of one of these parts first. Okay, but to find the area of that one of that part, okay, we first need to understand that, okay, the unshaded part over here is basically equal to the area of 2 squares. Okay, because this part over here, can see this part over here. Fits into this part over here. Okay, so which means that to find the area of one of the shaded part over here, I just need to find the area of the quarter circle, minus away the area of 2 squares. Then after that, the whole thing I multiply by 4. Okay, the area of the quarter circle is 1/4 times pi times r squared will be 8 squared. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this in pi first. This is gonna give me 16 pi cm squared. So which means that the shaded, okay, one shaded is equals to 16 pi minus away the area of the 2 squares will be 8 times 4. Okay, looks like I need to work out the actual number. Minus away 32 is gonna be 18.265 for 8246. Okay, so the total area of the shaded part would be 18.265 for 8246 multiplied by 4, which will give you 73.061. Okay, they want you to correct it to 2 decimal place, which is 73.06. I'm gonna write it over here, 73.06. Okay, so the first answer is 8 and the second answer is 73.06.